We get what we give. I think we get that. But do we get also that who we are is what we give? Do we realize when we're giving, we're also being? So when I give help, I receive help, but I'm also being helpful. When I give time, I receive time, and I'm also being present. When I give patience, I receive patience, and I'm also being patient. When I give protection, I receive protection, and I'm being a protector. So when you're casting shade on me, you're actually becoming the shade you're casting. And as someone who only wants what's best for you, I feel inclined to make you aware of this. When I respond to a question, I'm giving a response. And depending on what I give as the response, I am also being the response I give. Which is to say, I am my responses. Because even though I may be speaking to you, my subconscious assumes I'm speaking to me or to it, my subconscious. And my subconscious only has one answer to all that I say to it, and that answer is yes. This is why Jesus says, do unto others, because when you do unto them, you're also doing unto yourself. And this is why your ascension is measured by your responses, because you are your responses. And so if my response is kind, I'm giving a kind response, but I'm also being kind. And my subconscious is saying yes to kindness to myself. What I have given to another, I have chosen to give to them. But I have no choice about what is received by me when I give to another, because my subconscious only says yes to what I give. So I should be mindful about what I give as a response, because that is what I am. Therefore, responding to certain questions has the potential to take me out of alignment with what I am. And a response to a question that's meant to disempower me is a choice I make to make myself weaker in order to appease someone whose only wish is to weaken me. I can't call them an idiot for their question because I'd be calling myself one. And this would validate their mistrust in me and make me weaker by declaring myself an idiot in response to their dumb question. Because when I say you're an idiot, I'm talking to myself. Does this make sense? So when I respond to questions whose only intent is to weaken me, I'm partaking in the weakening of myself. Conversely, when I ignore these questions, I remain as I was prior to the provocation. A question is, in its essence, a provocation to respond. That's why some very sensitive people are instantly pissed off the second you ask them a question, because they feel provoked. But a response to a question is not obligatory. So when we give no response to a provocation, we're acknowledging that a response is not obligatory. Remember, just because someone asks you a question doesn't mean you need to answer them. And by not answering, you're standing in your power. You're not calling them or their question dumb or unfounded, and you're not telling your subconscious you're dumb or unfounded either. You are as you were before their provocation. This is why we say focus on fruit, or deeds, or what manifests in the material world for those we seek to question. If you doubt someone, look at their fruit. If you want to evaluate me, look at what I do. Look at my fruit. Do I participate in the YouTube algorithm by asking you to like and smash whenever you're on my channel? Do I get in the weeds on subjects I know are here to distract you and keep you separated from yourself? Or do I tend to focus on you and you alone? Have I ever asked you to pay for any of this information? Did you know that it takes me at least 10 hours to produce just one of these boring videos? So for those who have suggested I'm not doing anything to help matters, by sitting here sharing my experience, strength, and hope, please know writing, recording, and producing content as boring yet well produced as I do is in itself something. So what is my fruit? I'm heavily blocked. I'm not being amplified by any of the algorithms. My message has been consistent, and it's consistently unpopular. It's also very practical and not hopium inspired. I'm here helping people with their shadows, which by definition is the subject we all want to talk about least. I'm not making myself powerful. I'm helping you become more powerful. I'm offering solutions. I'm offering a cure. And we all know we live in a society where solutions and root causes are suppressed, while the ongoing treatment of symptoms is amplified. Curing people is bad for business. Does any of this imply I'm trying to be popular or well-liked? My videos receive very low views day after day. Does this suggest I'm here for the views or that I'm here for you? Do these low views appear to have any impact on what I'm here to share? Do I give the impression that I'm searching for the next hot trend? Do my subjects change with the narrative, or do they exist outside the narrative? Does my fruit give the impression I'm in service to myself? Ascension is work. There's no way to bypass what's been done to you, and it wasn't your fault it happened. But you are 100% responsible for fixing it, and this is perhaps the most unfair crock of shit I've ever heard, and yet for now it's the absolute truth. And I'm here to help with that. This shitty, unfair truth is why I'm here. I'm informing you that you must do the work before you can be who you want to be. Do any of your other friends care enough about you to be honest? I hope so, but I doubt it. I'm not here telling you to bypass your shadow, or to focus on love and light and pretend that you can just decide one day to be happy. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, even though the Ascension community wants you to believe otherwise. Because telling people they manifest who they are, not what they want, is bad for book sales. And I know how much it hurts to want a different life, but to be stuck in the one you're living. And this is why I stand with you as you summon the courage to do the work. Holding space for others while they recover is the opposite of every excitement-seeking convention on ass-backwards planet Earth. I'm quite literally the opposite of popular. The true measure of a society is how the strong treat their most ill. How do I treat the most ill? Do you think I lack the abilities and the charm to be popular if I wanted to be? I would rather be true than popular. I have always been this way. And the truth is, if it's popular, it's not true. That has always been that way. If everyone's saying it, and the saying is being passed around like a blunt in a freshman dorm room, it's not true. In 2024, the truth comes with a warning label. It's suppressed, blocked, and flagged. And if you try to follow me, you are given a warning label. Ask Instagram. The algorithm is here to discourage producers of healthy content into giving up. Everything about the algorithm is at war with common sense. This is why I stated in my AI video that relevancy is a race to the bottom. What is relevant is generally horseshit in 2024. The more untrue something is, the more relevant it is. What is not relevant is true, because in 2024, the truth is not relevant and bullshit is absolutely relevant. So if I'm making sense and not trying to get people to dishonor themselves through their belief in my message, I will be suppressed. And once I quit, my character will be assassinated simply by being branded a quitter. And this is done not so much to harm me, but to harm those who believe in my message. They kill the messenger so those who believed in the message can have their dreams destroyed too. Kill my character so they can kill yours. They humiliate me so you can watch me, the one person who ever believed in you, be humiliated publicly. So the validation you received from my message is invalidated by the algorithm. So in this day and age, my unpopularity means I'm telling the truth, and that my truth has the power to help you become better and more able to resist the poison being served up to you by our sick society. And because of this, my credibility is attacked, and I'm seen as unpopular. Thankfully for you, I don't give a shit about being popular, and I never have. I'm here for you, not them. And if my message didn't have the power to help you, I would most certainly be amplified. Like others who claim to be helping, but always with a catch. As we overcome more of our trauma, we calm down and we're able to be at peace. And when we're at peace, we're closer to our nature or what is more natural, meaning we're more in spirit and less human, or what is natural to us. Because when we are still and the noise of the monkey mind slows down, we hear the still small voice within and we realize we already know the answers, at least the answers we ought to know. And that we're asking questions to answers we already know. And we're doing it out of habit, not because we don't know the answers. And sometimes, questions take us away from what we know. A question is, by definition, uncertainty. We don't see birds asking questions. When you fly, you fly. You don't ask questions about it. You are flight. You are not the question, can I fly? If people were given the ability to fly, we'd crash, because we'd all be questioning it. The point I'm getting at is that we have arrived upon a crossroads in our evolution, wherein we need to stand in our authority rather than deferring everything to a question. Do you feel more certain or less certain when you seek validation for something that you already know to be true in your heart? When you respond, who are you being when you respond? What are you telling yourself you are when you respond? Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you next time. Wow, my ear is being so wrung.